Welcome back to RestartReplay.com's coverage of EGX London 2014. We're very privileged today because we are here with Dre, who's the lead designer for Roll7, who have got a very big announcement that came out not so long ago. Dre?
That's right, yeah. Just a few hours ago we took to the stage. We're very proud to reveal to the world that we have been making and we are going to be releasing in 2015 OlliOlli 2, a sequel to this year's seminal OlliOlli 1, which, you know, there seems to be a lot. We were really taken aback by the people that were loving the game. People turned up to the announcement earlier, not knowing what it was we were going to announce, and yeah, like we've been working away at this game for a good 9 months now. A lot of hours have gone into it, so it's good to be able to tell the world and show people the game, have it here on the floor today.
Are you quite proud of what you've achieved so far, that people were queuing up for an indie developer essentially to make an announcement that nobody knew of?
Yeah, like that felt great, man. Like we, you know, just having like essentially like feel like we've got fans. Like that's cool.
You do have lots of fans.
We've got fans. People turned up. I guess based on the strength of OlliOlli, because you know I guess we haven't really got too much out there at the moment. So yeah, it was cool, man. And you know, I asked people in the crowd, like, can I show of hands who's played OlliOlli, and like pretty much everyone put their hands up. So you know, it's a very tight group of people who are passionate about indie games, obviously like games that are hardcore, games that challenge you, and you know, if they didn't enjoy the game, they probably wouldn't have turned up today. So yeah, I'm really proud. Like, I'm glad people are vibing with what we've done in the past, and I really hope they enjoy what they see here today.
Okay, so moving on to talking about OlliOlli itself, OlliOlli 2, sorry. Can you tell us what differences you've made in the sequel to try and keep it fresh, and any other differences that you've made to the gameplay?
Yeah, cool. I mean, there's a number of differences. I mean, just in terms of theme, we've taken the skater out, basically off of the streets, and put him into like this world of kind of, well, it's welcome to Hollywood is the strapline for the thing. So I don't know if you see, like the first world here is based in a kind of like our own take of Los Angeles, like Hollywood, like Tinseltown kind of thing. And as you skate through those levels, you're going to be skating through like movie sets and stuff. You're going to realize, you know, there's a real recurring movie theme in the game. And then as you skate through the following 4 worlds, each of those 4 worlds is taking place like almost like within a movie. Like imagine Last Action Hero, like you've been magically teleported, and we haven't got them all on show today, but one of the ones we've got is our kind of Aztec level, which is like, you know, a sort of take on the Indiana Jones adventure style movies. So we've got this kind of more playful, more adventurous theme running through the game, and then to supplement that, like, well, to complement that, we've given the game a completely fresh visual overhaul. Got a new artist in. This is like it's a consistent work of like one artist. We've got a much more vibrant color palette. The art style is a lot more crisp, a lot more high res. We knew we were building for PS4, so we knew it was going to end up on HD monitors, and we wanted that was going to look good on a HD screen. So it's much more kind of clean vectors and rich colors, and that kind of lends itself to the game well, because like, I mean, we've more than doubled the amount of frames of animation in the player. So when you pop a trick, you can see the rotation of the board and all the limbs, and like, you know, that I think it just it's really nice to do that trick and see what you're doing, and be able to see how you're interacting with the level, like, so it affects gameplay as well. But in terms of actual mechanics, I mean, OlliOlli 2, you've played the original game.
Oh, we've all played the original.
Yeah, it had a really tight combo system, really tight set of mechanics. So what we had to do was find space of putting in new stuff and improving the game, but that wasn't going to break the logic of the original game. And basically the game changer is that we've added manuals. So I don't know if you guys are sort of au fait with sort of skateboarding terminology and manuals.
A little bit, yep.
Yeah, I mean, a manual is literally doing a wheelie along the floor. In the context of our game, what that allows you to do is link sections of level.
So we're talking uber combos.
And I think OlliOlli 1 was at its finest when you were playing through a level and you could combo the whole thing. Well, basically, manuals pretty much allows you to combo the whole level in every level of OlliOlli 2, and that comes down to your skill and your mastery of the game. And it's one of those games that keeps on giving. As you go back, as you master the game, you play through, and then you go back to earlier levels, and your understanding and your ability to do stuff has changed. And suddenly, like, a level that you played in one way the first time round has become something new when you play it later on. And I guess that really manifests itself hugely with, like, we've got a much more flexible level design system, which has allowed for split routes. So now there might have been that grind that you couldn't make when you played through the first time, but then as you get better at the game, you go back to that level, you nail that perfect launch off of a ramp, and suddenly you're able to get up to that grind, and it unveils like a secret area to the level that you just didn't even know was there before.
So you're adding even more replayability to a game that is built around replayability.
Exactly, yeah, man. Like, I mean, we've taken a lot of cues from a lot of all our favourite platformers. I think there's a lot of platformer heart in what OlliOlli is, and like having secret areas and like things that you're discovering, like, hours and hours and hours into the game, and the game giving more to you, like even when you think you've found everything, was part of really something we wanted to do. And I think, like, if you play some of the levels today on the floor, like, you'll see that in them today. I mean, obviously ramps as well is probably the other biggest addition.
We now have ramps in OlliOlli.
There are ramps in OlliOlli. OlliOlli 1 was quite a flat game, but a lot of people commented on like how the game had like a really good sense of flow. OlliOlli 2's levels actually have a flow of their own, and it's like this visual embodiment of that. And like when you're manualing down a ramp, you're building up massive amounts of speed, and then you like trick off, and you can do like a perfect launch off of the end of a kicker and get massive air. More air in OlliOlli means more points, and ultimately, like, that's what it's all about, man. More points. Manuals, more points. Ramps, more points. Reverts, more points. Grind switching, more points. That's what we're here to do. And like, I mean, it's cool, man. Like, we can one AQA guy, he's probably the best OlliOlli player in the world, did something like a 5 million points score on like points combo on the first level of the game, and like, I didn't even realise that was possible until today. So like, it's wicked, man. There's a lot of depth to the game for people that want to seek it out. Yeah. And
has Rad Mode returned as well?
Rad Mode will be making a comeback, yeah, for sure, for people that have done every single challenge, completed every level, #1 on every spot. Like, Rad Mode is there for you to really challenge yourself. For sure.
Also known as sadistic mode.
Yeah, well, basically, yeah. There is a bit of sadism in general design ethos of OlliOlli, but I think it's all worth it. I guess the other thing I've not really mentioned is we've introduced, I mentioned that this game is like this journey through like movies and contemporary cinema or whatever, but as a team we're taking you all the way back to 1992, because we've also introduced a split screen local multiplayer mode.
Is this like a horse mode, or?
No, it's called Combo Rush, and I mean, they're playing it. Have a little glimpse of it here. I'm going to caveat this by saying this is a pre-alpha version, so it's a bit crummy visually at the moment. We just got it working this week, but like, this lets like up to 4 players test their skills in OlliOlli to the absolute max, take it hyper competitive. And I mean, this is the kind of game we like to play in the office. We play Towerfall, we play Nidhogg, we play Mario Kart. We love local multiplayer, we love split screen. We wanted to make a game that had it in, and like, what we've achieved now is amazingly good fun. Like, in fact, we had the idea for it, and to prototype it, we got 4 Vitas with OlliOlli 1, and we sat around with calculators, and literally as we were playing the game, we were just punching numbers into a calculator and calling out our scores to the rest of the team and stuff.
So this mode has been around for quite a while, just not in reality.
Yeah, I mean, that was our budget. Like, that was to test if it was fun. And frankly, if you can do like a budget version of it like that, that is amazing fun. like by the time we're done with the actual OlliOlli 2 version of Combo Rush, it's going to be insane. Like, gamers are going to be losing their SH. You get it. I don't know.
Yeah, we get what you mean. Well, thank you so much for your time. Everybody at Restart Replay wishes you the best of luck with OlliOlli 2. We know it's going to be a smash. Thanks a lot, and good luck for the rest of EGX.